You know, it's probably a pretty frickin' stupid thing to die over. But this eviction notice and the way it came about and the torture that I have been under for the past year, well, let's just say things don't often go according to plan for me. I want Brad Bolton in Tampa, I think, Florida, to have my RV. I want him to be my Kaishikun. I tried to explain this and I don't think I get through to people. I practice Bushido as a religion. I'm a samurai. I carry a katana. This one is locked up. I'm thinking of removing that safety because it's about to be used. I would just like things to go the way I plan them for once. And I'm going to throw out a couple options, and I don't think it's asking too much. There's absolutely no doubt about it that the VA is driving me to suicide. There's no question about that. And this is part of it. This is part of the seditious conspiracy. The way the VA conducts genocide. Once they put the mark on you, you are marked for death. You will not get anything. All they do is harm you in every way. Everybody wants me dead. Let's cut the bullshit. But I want to suicide my way, with honor, as I offered to Kaishikun, which is difficult to explain. But anyway, this is what I usually carry with me. My katana, the nunchucks I was going to do, these are just PVC pipe karaoke bullshit with it. But underneath that, I also carry a paddle and this riding crop. Now, all three of these, I'm not counting the nunchucks, weapons, and my wife did very successfully list spanking paddles as weapons on the protection from abuse order. She neglected to mention the fact that I'm a masochist, a rather serious one. This riding crop is meant to be used on more delicate parts of the body than your bottom. But she neglected to mention that she used them on me and not me on her. Oh, and by the way, I had an issue with my airplane hangar landlord too. And he threatened to have the cops come and remove all my stuff and throw it out on the street. That's where these 12-gauge shells are. That hangar is booby-trapped. And I did warn him not to go in there without me. They're non-lethal loads. trying not to kill anyone, but it's getting more and more difficult. These are to be used on me, not for me to use on you. The combination to this lock is 777. The katana is the ideal length. Now, this is my preferred way to go. I could aim it at my heart. I will help you guide it there. Brad, if you're up for Kaishikun, I prefer Shimewaza. It's a lot, well, it's the most merciful and less messy way I know to kill someone. Which is what I was going to do for you, as we briefly discussed. We didn't go into it to that much depth, but the other person on the end of that sword, because see, the cops will show up. When I went to the dental appointment Friday 2 weeks ago, finally got a dental appointment. I was scared shitless of setting foot at the Albuquerque VA. I did not want to go there. I was terrified of it, and I would not have gone. Oh, by the way, I want Steve Brewer to get my motorcycle and anything else here he wants. Anything from the hangar he wants. He can have it all. Brad, you get this RV. Come and get it, or get somebody to deliver it to you, or, well, there you go, Steve. Let Bernadette live in it. Or, you know, my funeral insurance, I have the request that I want to be buried at Arlington. I'm eligible. And I did mention it before that I don't want my wife being buried there, which is the typical custom. But you know what? I'm not even going to ask the VA for that. I don't even want to be disappointed into death. Just cremate me and have these assholes up here at Skydive, New Mexico that contributed to this, the hatred they have for a past vice president who's done 300 tandems for them. Whoever it is that wants to be on the other end of this sword, when they come to fucking evict me, I suggest it be Bill Gotti, Bob Paulson, for sure. I would say Sabrina, but it is too much travel expenses. They wouldn't want to be bothered. It's a threat to her safety to even mention her name. John Fetterman, I hope you're still a senator. If you can survive her. They're relentless. 22 veterans suicide every day. I want to die with honor. What little of it I have left. One of the verses engraved on the side of the blade is 2 Timothy 4. I charge you in the presence of God and of Christ Jesus, who is to come and judge the living and the dead, and by his appearing in his kingdom. Preach the word. Be ready in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, and exhort with complete patience and teaching. For the time is coming, and believe me, it's here, when people will no longer endure sound teaching, but having itching ears, they will accumulate to themselves teachers that suit their own passions, and will turn away from listening to the truth and wander off into myths. As for you, always be sober-minded, endure suffering, do the work of an evangelist, and fulfill your ministry. And in the next verse, it goes on to say, for I am already being poured out as a drink offering, and the time of my departure has come. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me the crown of righteousness, with which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have loved his appearing. I have absolutely no problem with dying. I have no fear of death whatsoever. But what I will not do is continue to live like this, with absolutely no rights whatsoever, and anyone can trample them with zero repercussions. They always get away with it. The other thing I want to see happen is Bob Paulson pick up where I left off. I don't want Shazia and Leonce to die because these demons have killed me. And $300 to Edwin in Kenya. Pick up. Bear one another's burdens. Pick up where I left off. I wish I had time to write my books. I don't expect to be alive in time for Memorial Day. I am fucking done! The cops show up, I will give you a reason to kill me. I will suicide by cop. Kaishikun is my preferred method. Don't show up here disrespecting me. I am ready to die right the fuck now.